Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be covering on how to remove the background to a fish that we just uploaded into our new fish scales project. So going over to the Photopea here, here's one of them that I've done here. So what I'm going to do here with this, I'm on the correct layer, but it has a little square here. If I try to go do anything on it, I'm going to just zoom in, Control Plus, so you can see. Spacebar hand so I can actually get it in the frame here. And I'm just going to take the eraser, go across it. It says smart object must be rasterized. First rasterize, okay. I will right click on it. And it's going to say convert to smart object. Then I'm going to go rasterize it. And my eraser now works. There's a lot of blue in this background. But I'm going to start with the polygonal lasso tool. We use that on the removing background from elephant. Zoom in a little bit. Going in here, I'm going to continue. I know I left a piece, so I'm going to go over here, just finish this up as close as possible. Hit backspace. Normally I do duplicate these, so that way I'm able to make sure that if I mess up, I can do it. But I know where I uploaded it from, so if I have to. So I'm going to continue with this, and I can continue with the lasso tool. Click, drag, you see the line come in. It's a little hard to see on this one. Now, if you're finding you don't know whether you began with it, just hit enter, backspace, you got rid of it. I'm going to just use my arrow key, move it up a little bit, and hit backspace to get rid of a little bit more blue. Now, this is such a contrast from it, the background, Control 0. I'm going to recommend trying Control plus a little bit. Here we'll see. Control D, deselect. Still on here. Magic wand. It's going to take a lot of this out. It's getting rid of a large portion of it. I'm going to hit backspace. I see that I'm going to have to go in certain areas here. Going to go up here as well. And another option is if the backspace, the magic wand doesn't work, and some of these, there's a lot of stuff left over. One of the things is Control D. We can also use the eraser. I'm going to, don't misjudge, the eraser is quite small here. I'm going to make it bigger by right clicking, 2 fingers. Now you can see the actual size of the eraser. It's worth working with now. I will go in around the other areas around. Control Z, undo that. Remember to let go and click. It will enable you to be stepped back. I wasn't doing that when I cut away part of the fish, and I did a Control Z. I can also press Shift. In that way, I have an option there. I'm holding down Shift and clicking. Every time I do that, I draw a straight line. I'm going to turn the background off. It's kind of hard on the vision here. So I'm left clicking or single finger here just to remove the background. You can always see that. And if most of it's gone, once I get that done, and I'm going to be going in over here, continue, I will have to do detail work. There's no kidding about it. No way around it. I will have to do detail work. I'm going to continue with this here. I will up the tolerance up to 45. Let's see what happens. It might engulf and devour my entire fish. Backspace, backspace, backspace. As I go along here, I'm going to zoom in, Control plus. I will deselect so the marching ants will allow me to, and I'll go in here, backspace. That's a little more than I want. Backspace, Control D, get an eraser up. You see what happens here. Sometimes you cut in a little bit. It looks like it might, if I go back a few, looks like I could have gotten away with it. So I just went to history and changed it. So I'm going to go now and use my eraser tool once again. Shrink it down, right click, and just go in here. You can cut it out. You can use anything you can, or use your magic wand with it. And let's see our tools there. Using the bracket tool here. And I'm going to get rid of most everything around here. I will do now with the magic wand, just to move it along, I'm going to uncheck contiguous. It might also select things that are on inside the fish, so we'll check this out. And by hitting backspace, it got rid of a whole lot of stuff. I hope there's no holes in my fish. That would be bad for the fish. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit on the front end of my fish. Spacebar. That's a little too much here, and I'm going to uncheck contiguous, check it again, and make it 33. Control D. Okay. Code issue there for some reason, so I'm going to select deselect it just. Backspace. Backspace. And for the time this is taking, I'm going to use the eraser. Go over here. I will right click, make it smaller. Make it a little bit bigger. Going along here. And folks, I'm going to show you something, an easy way to do this. So you're going to get this done first here. I'm holding down Shift and clicking. Going through here. Now, you get the idea. I'm going to move on to another fish here, Control 0. Just so we can move along here, turn that one off. I'm going to enter File, Open in Place, go to my fish one here. I've already got on thumbnails. And we're going to bring good old Frank the fish in. So I'm going to hit Enter. I'm going to right click, rasterize. I'm going to turn off the background image so you can see what we're looking at here. Magic wand. Delete. Done. You can do any fish or animal you want. I just showed you two of them. One with a background of water and lots of items in it, and another one without. Take care.